Decision. Prenay, Tanu and Anooch were in hospital. Prenay's father had heart pain. Actually, he was a heart patient. Prenay's mom was also there. All were upset due to the bad condition of Prenay's father. Tanu was beside Prenay all the time. The relationship between Tanu and Prenay was known to the family of Prenay, but parents had not responded to anything. Condition of Prenay's father was better after a week. Prenay was feeling relaxed now. Prenay made big expenditures after treatment of father's illness, and he was a bit stressed about financial condition. Tanu assured him that she would help him in this regard. But Prenay had a big ego in this matter, and he refused to accept anything from her. Prenay's father was at home now. All were happy now. But one person didn't like the closeness of Prenay and Tanu. She was Prenay's mom. She was a very religious lady, and she thought Tanu had different religious values due to her different caste. She was not ready to accept her as his son's love. She was seeing everything. She knew that Tanu truly loved Prenay and would always stay beside Prenay in every situation of life. But religious value was bigger than anyone's love according to her. She tried to convince Prenay's father in this matter. Prenay's father was not as religious, but he thought it would be better to find a girl in the same caste. Prenay was still unaware of this matter. On the other hand, Tanu's family was ready for this relationship. The parents liked the boy and the choice of her daughter. The family was liberal, and that was okay to allow children to marry as per their choice. Tanu was sharing her feelings with her brother. Her brother never left a single chance to tease Tanu by the name of Prenay. One day, a big drama was created in Prenay's house. Prenay's parents had found a girl in the same caste. Prenay was surprised. He tried hard to convince the family, but they were not ready to hear a single word. Prenay was also emotionally blackmailed by his father's illness. Prenay was helpless. He had to choose from his family and his love. It was a tough decision in his life. He could not leave the family because he was the only support of his family. He could not leave Tanu as she taught her what love was. It was injustice to her also if he left her alone. Finally, after long thinking that night, Prenay made the decision. Tanu was trying Prenay's phone from the morning, but it was switched off. He did not come to the office. 4 days have passed. Tanu was worried now. Anooch also did not know about it. Tanu thought she should go to his house, but it was not good to do so. She decided to wait. On the 5th day, Prenay came to office. Tanu was very angry, but due to the heavy workload, she didn't get the chance to ask for clarification from Prenay. Behavior of Prenay was also different. He didn't sit beside her during lunch. He was trying to make himself busy with work. Tanu noticed that Prenay was avoiding her. What the hell? Can you tell me where you were for the 4 days? I was worried. At least you should pick up the phone. You should answer me now. Tanu was angry now. I was busy with personal work. Prenay replied. What work? What are you talking about? I got engaged. Prenay told. You are making some joke? Tanu confirmed. No, Tanu. I am not joking. Listen to me, I got engaged as per my parents' choice. I told you before that it would create problems in future. I tried to convince my parents, but they had not listened to anything. Now you can understand. Prenay was also angry. How can you take such a big decision without telling me? Tanu asked. What should I ask? What should I say? I always have troubles and pain in my life. I always try to do good for my family, but they never take care of what I want. This time also I was defeated by them. But it is not a big deal, is it? Not a big deal? Engagement with another girl is not a big deal for you. What was I in your life then? What would you do if I did that? Reply to me. Tanu was shouting. I will understand you. Prenay tried to save himself. Tanu had a big shock. She could not speak a word. The tears were coming out of her eyes. She was very angry and told Prenay many things. She was helpless. She argued. She tried her best to convince Prenay, but all was in vain. Prenay was also crying and explained to her that he could not do anything now. The love of two people ended here. Prenay accepted things slowly, but Tanu, who was very sensitive, was not ready to accept it. It was hard for her to see Prenay daily in the office. Prenay was behaving like a stranger. All these things were giving pain to her. The story of both was known to all in office. Tanu felt that colleagues were showing her pity. Tanu has changed now. She didn't laugh. She didn't speak to anyone. She became thinner. She had circles under her eyes due to sleepless nights. She was crying for hours. She was annoying everyone. She didn't like the home, the office, or anything. She was continuously making mistakes at work. It was tough for her to concentrate. Anooch was beside her. He could not see Tanu's situation. He was angry at Prenay, but there was no meaning to tell him anything. He took the decision and he knew that his friend never changed his decision. But Tanu urged Prenay frequently to do so. Actually now she was begging for love. I want to die. One day Tanu told Anooch. Anooch saw Tanu with anger. Are you mad? What are you doing? I am seeing you. You are behaving like a loser. Yes, I am a loser. I lost him. I lost my love and couldn't do anything. My dreams are all broken. You can't understand that because you never love anyone. Tanu spoke the famous dialogue of lovers. I can understand. I understand, dear. But life has never ended like this. I know you are depressed, but you have to come out of it. See Prenay. He also loved you, but he is not behaving like you. It was also a tough phase for him. But he was moving on. You also should move on. I will leave the job. I will leave the city. I will leave the world. Stop that rubbish. Think about your career, your CA degree, your hard work to get this job. Think about your parents. You have to start again. Prove yourself that you are the winner. If Prenay wants to go, let him go. Life can't end on one Prenay. See your face in the mirror. Where is our Tanu? What did you do with yourself? You can't love anyone because you don't love yourself. He made decision, now you have to decide to move on or wait for him whole life. Tanu was awake now. Tanu hugged Anooch. She cried and Anooch let her cry. She felt relieved. You are right. I was begging for love. If he was mine, he would never go. I will move on. I will try my best. Tanu felt some confidence inside. Days were passing and Tanu became stronger. She had started a new life. She started to work with concentration and interest. She got a promotion in office as head of accounting. Anooch was shifted to finance. Tanu was not with Prenay, but she was with herself. Her office colleagues were also supporting her. Prenay was happy for her that his love was strong. He could not give that love to her what she deserved, but he always prayed that someone would give her that love. He cried many times for her, but he never relieved Tanu that he still loved her. Time heals all wounds. Prenay and Tanu again become friends. Tanu had no problem with it, but there was no closeness like before. 2 years passed. Where are you? You are late as usual. Tanu said. Ari. Jali. I am coming. Prenay replied to Tanu on the phone. Tanu was ready in a pink sari. She wore a diamond necklace with golden bangles. She kept her hair open. Her soft lips shined with pink lipstick. Her white face glowed more today. After all, she was waiting for someone special at her home. She was waiting for her love Anooch. Yes, it was the engagement of Tanu and Anooch. Life took a big turn and made Tanu and Anooch closer. Anooch won Tanu's heart by sharing her pain. A week ago, Anooch proposed to Tanu. Tanu wanted to reject his proposal, but her brother convinced her to accept it and accept a second chance of life, and after long thinking, she said yes. Thanks to God. There was no drama this time between family and parents accepting the relation of both. Engagement ceremony started and Tanu and Anooch committed to each other by exchanging rings. Prenay came with his wife to the ceremony. They congratulated the couple. Finally, the photographer clicked the photograph of both the couples with smiles on their faces. Happy ending.